This video is going to use circles to explain the importance of completing the square. So what you have in front of you is the same formula of a circle written in two different forms, general and standard. And one form is superior to the other in showing us important information like the radius and the center of the circle. If we look at the standard form and just focus in on the x values, we can take the x subtract 3, expand it, multiply it out to end up with x squared subtract 6x plus 9. We can see that the 3 from the original x subtract 3 gets doubled for the middle term and gets squared for the last term. This is the very important information, because when you get a problem put in front of your eyes, you're not going to see something like the standard form. You're going to see something similar to what I have written right down here. So when you're completing the square, you're going to focus on the middle term. You're going to divide it by 2 because it came from the expansion twice, doubling the 3x's. So we divide it by 2 to get -3, and then we square it because that last term came from squaring that term. This gives us the necessary 9 that we need to write this as a perfect square trinomial. Now when we're dealing with a formula of a circle, when we go to put the plus 9 in, we have to remember that this is an equation, so we have to also add the 9 to the other side. We can do the same thing for the y's. We can take the coefficient of the linear term, the 8, divide it by 2 to give us 4, and then square it to give us 16. And this will tell us that we need to add a 16 to the left side and add a 16 to the right side. And the reason, again, on the left side is the 16 makes it a perfect square trinomial, and on the right side the 16 keeps the equation in balance. So to write this problem in standard form, what we're going to do is we're going to factor both of those perfect square trinomials. And I'm not going to say more about that hint, but if you catch on, you can shortcut this. So the first perfect square trinomial factors into x subtract 3 squared. The second, the y's, factor into y plus 4 squared, and then this equals the right side of 36.